It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Friday, the 7th of June. I'm Michael Groff. After yesterday's record-breaking heat, expect another scorcher out there today, although probably not breaking a record. It'll still be way above average. Same thing for tomorrow, another very hot day expected. Temperatures will downtrend a little bit Sunday, Monday. But then forecast uncertainty does come into the mix. How hot it will get next week still remains to be seen, and how long it will last. But we'll try to figure it all out as we dive on in. But before we do that, it is Friday, and that means it's Photo Friday here. That's where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted. We are very light on content for the week. In fact, all we have is one submission. Well, actually, 4 submissions. They're from David Parnell. Last week, we showed you pictures from his trip to Ireland. These are pictures from his trip to Ireland, well, coming and going on the plane. And what do we always say? Well, if you're going to be on a plane, be at that window seat so you can take some pictures and then send them in to your favorite weather video. And if your favorite weather video, if they don't accept it, well, then I'll take them and we can view them here. But check that out. Look at that. Nice shots there. Courtesy of David going from to and from Ireland. I like that shot. All right. That's it. That's all we've got for the week. If you have any photos or videos you'd like to send in, groffshow@gmail.com. That is the email address, GROFFshow@gmail.com for Photo Friday. All right, here's the almanac from yesterday, and there it is. A record high temperature, 113 degrees was the afternoon high, 85 the morning low. That was 1 degree shy of tying the record warm low temperature for the date. 102 and 76 are the averages. That previous record of 111, which was set back in 2016. As we take a peek outside right now at 11:10 a.m., most of the clouds have moved on out of here, and we are sitting at 101 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point 43, humidity 14%, a light wind, the barometer is steady. Upper level weather pattern across the nation right now features high pressure here across the southwest. Of note, however, there is a weak little low off the Baja coast, and that has helped to bring a little bit of moisture into the southwest. And as a result, we've seen some isolated showers and thunderstorms that develop over the higher terrain of northern and eastern Arizona. We may see that again today and tomorrow. And as that low shifts northward and this ridge kind of begins to scoot off to the east and weaken just a bit, temperatures will trend down, and we'll actually see an increase in high clouds tomorrow and on Sunday before that moves on out of here. All right, the watch warning map, we still have an excessive heat warning in effect for Phoenix, and that's through 8 p.m. this evening, and those warnings extend through much of south central and western Arizona, as well as up into the Mojave Desert. Yeah, it has been very, very hot. 110 plus for Las Vegas. We saw 122 degrees in Death Valley yesterday. That, by the way, was a record. In fact, a number of records. Barstow, Daggett. I just saw a bunch of these record highs fallen by the Kingman yesterday had a record high temperature. So we are seeing those records continuing to be broken here over the southwest. All right, convective outlook for today. We've got the enhanced risk of severe storms around Lincoln, Nebraska, down toward Topeka and Kansas City, and a broader severe weather risk for the Central Plains extending all the way up into far southern portions of North Dakota. Also a marginal risk of severe storms north of the state today across Utah and some of the adjacent states. We could hear a rumble of thunder in the eastern portion of Arizona as mentioned, but otherwise things will be pretty quiet. The precipitation outlook, this is valid through Friday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing statewide, not much. Any rain that is to be found would be across the rim country or far eastern Arizona, but most of the convection that would develop around here would be what we call high-based convection, meaning that it will probably not produce much in the way of precipitation, just wind and lightning producers. We don't want to see that because the fire danger is rather elevated here with dry conditions and temperatures well above average as they are, plus all the vegetation that's grown in because of the wet winter and early spring that we had. All right, let's see what the future holds, though, how things may change as we check out the models. Here we go. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, and this is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. All right, you got this little area of low pressure off the Baja, high pressure around the southwest. There's a trough out there over the northeast Pacific, diving out of the Gulf of Alaska. We are quiet, though, for today down at the surface. Some clouds, but they're kind of clearing out now. And high temperatures for the rest of the day, how about 108 to 112? Now, the record high for today, I believe, is 115 degrees. I do not anticipate we will break that, but we'll be within a few degrees of it anyway. And again, an isolated shower or storm over the higher terrain well to the north and east of Phoenix. Tonight, mostly clear sky, overnight lows mid-70s to mid-80s. Another very warm night. And then tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny sky in the morning, becoming partly sunny in the afternoon. High temperatures top out around 106 to 110. Now, with that aforementioned area of low pressure to the south of us moving northward, again, an isolated storm north and east of Phoenix, not out of the question, but we stay dry. Sunday, partly sunny sky. A lot of high clouds around. High temperatures will fall back several degrees, around 103 to 107. And Monday, this will be the, doing the air quotes, coolest day of the forecast period, with high temperatures somewhere between about 100 to 105. And we'll see a few clouds around, but we should actually be turning mostly sunny by later in the day. All right, as we go to Tuesday, that low pressure area is out of here. We look to be pretty dry. Now, what ultimately happens here? Well, we've got this trough that's off the west coast, and a piece of energy breaks away and forms another upper low well to our west. And the evolution of that low is going to determine what ultimately plays out next week. At this point, looks like Tuesday, high pressure is going to try and build back in. High temperatures climb back to around 105 to 109, and then we should be around 106 to 110 for next Wednesday. Could be a little bit warmer than that if some of the ensemble guidance comes to fruition, but this upper low, it's a little bit of a tricky situation. What's going to happen? It may import a little bit of moisture into the state should it be close enough. A couple of the recent runs of the GFS have it a little bit closer to us for its duration, but even at that, I think the chance of any storms would still be confined to the northern and eastern portion of the state, and they would be very isolated in nature. A few clouds may make their way in here, but, I'm still going to lean with climatology and keep the forecast for us dry and fairly hot, temperatures well above normal. Now, by Thursday, the GFS starts to shift this low more toward the north and east and begins to open it up as a wave. And if that happens, temperatures would trend down. So any heat that we'd have next week, any what we would call excessive heat, would be somewhat short-lived. Temperatures would fall back somewhat closer to normal, although still staying a couple of degrees above average. Highs around 102 to 106 with mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky. Now, here's a week from today. This is Friday, the 14th. We've got a broad upper low over the Gulf of Mexico, and that's a feature we'll keep an eye on. We have this little wave that's passed by across the four corners. We got a trough off the Pacific Northwest coast, otherwise ridging here over the west. And so in that setup, temperatures would still be toasty, not excessively so, but a little bit above average. Highs, again, somewhere between about, I'd say 103 to 107 if that works out. Let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday, the 16th. All right. And that aforementioned low over the Gulf may shift westward, kind of turning into an inverted trough at some point across northeast Mexico. That would be an interesting feature to watch maybe if this were early to mid-July, but in mid-June, well, with troughing setting up across the Pacific Northwest, I doubt that feature will make it our way. West-southwest flow would be in place here, and so temperatures would still be maybe a degree or two or three above average, but not record-breaking by any means. Looking at precipitation for Phoenix, this goes out through the 21st of June off the GFS ensemble. Well, let's see here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 members try to show some rain over the next 2 weeks. The ensemble mean, though, is at or under 0.02 of an inch. So any meaningful precipitation probably not going to happen. Any precipitation at all probably not going to happen. European ensemble, nothing to worry about there. All right, temperatures off the national blend of models. We're not going to be quite as hot as we go into the weekend and early next week, but still, pretty much every day we can expect above average temperatures to continue with highs most days 105 to 110 plus, and overnight lows, especially in the mid-city in the 80s, 70s for the rest of us. And again, staying toasty. I mean, we're in the long, hot summer. There's not much that's going to change that for the foreseeable future. And that is going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here on Monday morning, but updates before that, if necessary. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. And if you really like what we do here, then you can support us monetarily by clicking that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube, or you can make your monetary contributions directly to me via PayPal. grofshow@gmail.com is the PayPal address. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her latest blog. Yes, she still posts over there. I think you guys should really check it out. She's got a lot of interesting stuff on that site. If you've never checked it out, sweetchildaz.com or .org, place to go for a lot of Michelle-related stuff. A lot of great things over there. Mental health, wellness, stuff about. Well, there's a million different topics. Okay, listen. I think you should check it out. Not only should you check that out, you should check out Michelle's videos. I've got those linked up down in the description from her trip, her vacation videos. I've had those up now for a few months and 5-6 months. So, and I hope you guys are checking those out and anything else Michelle related, plus things that are kind of Michelle and Mike related. You've got the our streaming station. It is called KMGX. We play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun with that. That is linked up down in the description as well. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, all of your continued support. I really do appreciate it. And I want you guys to be safe out there. Stay cool, stay hydrated, have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.